Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to King's Quest 2. Romancing the Stones, or whatever. Let's have a look in
peer
here.
into the ornate coffin. Finding it unoccupied, you see that the interior is lined with shiny red satin. At long last, you have located the final gem, the Death Gem.
Now you can become supersonic.
You breathe deeply, reach out, and take the stone in your hands. It is ice cold to the touch, but you don't care. This is the last thing you need to unlock the door of destiny. Now all you have to do is get out of here.
Should be a piece of cake. Can I put my cloak back on?
You don't feel like wearing the cloak anymore.
Well, I don't care what Graham feels like doing. I say he's gonna wear the cloak. I say that, but I really have no way to enforce my will, do I? A fact that saddens me. Alright, so we can't get out the door. So let's try the window.
Seeing no other possible escape route, you climb onto the ledge and carefully lower yourself outside, hoping to find a decent foothold. It is a long way down.
Maybe if I didn't start on the second floor.
You are way too... Suddenly, you hear a switching noise in your ear. It's joined by two others. You instinctively try to brush whatever it is away, but in doing so, lose your hold on the bricks and fall backward.
Whee!
Time slows as you fall, and your world turns black.
Really? You're gonna sing? Really? Is now the best time for this? Yeah, what's what?
Our guest has awoken, my love.
Ah, good evening, dear king. I do not believe we have been properly introduced.
No, I'm pretty sure we
I am
have.
Count Kaldor, former lord of the realm of Colima. May I present my wife, Countess Lavidia.
A pleasure to see you again.
In gratitude to you for alerting me to my wife's grave condition, I took the liberty of preparing you a dish. I thought you might be hungry after your harrowing adventure at my window. You will forgive us if we do not join you. Our tastes differ from yours.
You don't
Do they
say.
not, my darling?
You shudder to think what different tastes actually means, but for some reason you note that you can no longer hear any rats squeaking in the distance.
Indeed, so much to become accustomed to.
You shall have all the time that the world has to share to grow accustomed to such things. Well, perhaps 30 years.
Wait, what?
Should the father locate the item by then, there might not be enough world left for anyone afterwards.
As this father, to this why you frequently went abroad, always with that cloak of yours?
Most certainly. But I think that my affiliation with him and his association has come to a close.
Bleh.
My obligations to them took me away from my beloved too often. I do not wish to repeat that mistake.
You are forgiven, my love.
Their attention, which seemed to have wavered momentarily, now redirects back to you.
Well, well, well. What to do with this one?
What were you going to do with him?
Kill him. I had quite clear instructions from Hagatha, who had apparently received them from the father himself.
Well, you said you're going to back out of that
But if
association.
you are not, as you say, affiliated with his association anymore,
They both share a knowing smile.
tell us, King Graham, why are you here in Colima?
You take a deep breath, trying to ignore the fact that you are the only one capable of doing so, and relate your story of the vision in the magic mirror and your quest to find
Lady
the
in a
three
tower.
gems of nature. The Count and Countess exchange cryptic smiles.
Romancing the stone.
Pardon?
Indeed.
Obviously, that was a private joke, as you did not understand it.
Nom nom nom.
So you search for the one with which you would share the rest of your life.
Exactly.
On that I cannot fault you, nor on your intentions here. Therefore, I can forgive the trespassing.
Oh, thank you.
However, there is the matter of the dark gem you wish to remove from my castle.
Yeah.
I place a deal before you. I am looking for a magnificent sapphire-encrusted tiara. It is a valuable family heirloom and has been on this estate for centuries.
You don't
This
say.
castle and its estate are old, though. It could be virtually anywhere, in any number of hiding places. I suspect there are many that even I am not aware of. I wish to present this tiara to my wife as a gift to commemorate the eternity we shall spend together.
Fair
if
enough.
you can find it and bring it to me before sunrise, then I will give you the gem you seek and your freedom.
Bleh. That
You nod,
sounds
unable to believe that you
fair.
have virtually been ushered away from death's door just so you could run an errand for a couple of vampires. You do not want to think about the consequences if you fail to meet the deadline.
Well, I'll just be going now. Do do do. Do 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 do.
You see a young woman sitting on the dusty floor.
Are you
She
serious?
has a book in her lap entitled Little Red Riding Hood.
I wish I could read this story. All the pretty words.
Possum.
Whatever do they say?
Is that you?
The pictures
The book
look
tells the
interesting.
story of a young girl
but
who
what
met a
is
wolf
this
in the
book
forest.
about?
The young woman's head snaps up. Her black eyes drill into your own. You gasp as you realize you are looking at yet another vampire. Just how many has the Count made tonight? The young woman's lips transform from hungry to, fortunately, pleasant recognition.
So you are the guest of my grandfather's house. I was hoping I would meet you again.
The woman is startlingly beautiful, but in an eerie, unnatural way. You find yourself unable to speak for a moment. She does look somewhat familiar, but from where?
So is
Oh, my handsome gentleman does not recognize me?
gee.
Should I?
You remember the basket, the soup?
I'm pretty sure this isn't how
With a
vampirism
start,
is supposed
you
to work.
recognize the young woman. She's grown and matured considerably since you
Pretty sure
last
you're
saw
locked in
her.
age.
The little girl, Possum, has been transformed completely into this. She has traded her small ruby cloak for a dazzling satin robe of the same color.
Are you unhappy with my appearance?
A bit startled.
No, it's just that you have me at a disadvantage. I do not know your real name.
Anastasia.
You
A
don't say.
beautiful name.
Yes, 'twas one of the few things my parents left me before they died. They're probably buried somewhere on this island, as a matter of fact.
You don't say.
What do you seek here?
You explain your so far unsuccessful attempt to locate the tiara.
In about
The
a
young
minute
woman
of
looks
searching.
thoughtful for a moment, then suddenly snaps her fingers. A discarded pile of books shift aside from the floor, and a single black book is revealed underneath. She appraises the black book with indignant incomprehension, then holds it out towards you. You take the book from Anastasia's hand.
I do not suppose that has anything to do with it, but it must be about something important.
Yeah, you really don't need to learn to read. We'll help you. In things.
This black book is entitled Sleepy Hollow. You open the book and are surprised to discover not pages, but a hollowed-out section in which sits a silver key. The key's handle resembles the shape of a sleeping child. There also appears to be something written on the back cover of the book.
What's it say?
In the hollow, you can see that the inside back cover has been written on.
Yes.
Some words have been scrawled onto the paper. They are faded, but still mostly legible.
Yes. If treasure you seek dear to my heart, tales of fiction is where you must start. First find the beauty with stepsisters too, then visit the huts that the big bad wolf blew. The girdle with no flock will usher your way to the little old man who spins gold out of hay. Those two star-crossed lovers shall be your guide. They'll lead you to riches that pirates did hide. What you earnestly seek shall now be truly yours, though get it wrong and you'll be grated by moths. That doesn't rhyme.
The writing scrawled on the back cover reads,
I read it already. Huh. Let's see here.
Fiction and fair. You would have quite a bit of reading to do before you were done. This is a You only have a short amount of time. You are not. Even though you would like.
No. Yes. What was the next line?
In the right.
No. 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 No, 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 no. No, no, no. Good God, no, 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 no. Ugh. The Cat in the Hat comes back? Are you kidding me? Wait, what's this? No. Aha!
It is in the
girdle with no
the
flock.
writing scroll.
That sounds to
You cannot access this feed.
That sounds to be Mary had a little lamb. Or not.
You become acquainted with the greatest book critic.
Harumph.
The three.
I know what it is. Little girl with no flock. Little girl with no flock. Little girl with no flock. I don't get it. Ah! Little Bo Peep! Lost her sheep! Okay.
In the
Little
The
gold
white-
man who spends... Rumpelstiltskin. Where's he at? Ah, here we are.
in the
Star-crossed lovers.
the right
Romeo and Juliet.
A new book has appeared on the third shelf down. You've located the correct book. You pluck it from the shelf and read its title, Treasure Island. What is this? There seems to be a lock binding the cover shut. The keyhole requires a small, thin key.
Gee, could it be the one that I found?
The key fits perfectly into the lock. You turn it and hear a soft click. The book is now open.
Goody.
Skimming through the book, you find that a map has been sketched onto the last page. Close scrutiny reveals it is a top-down layout of the castle and its surrounding grounds. According to this, the tiara has been buried near one of the graves. You shudder, hoping that this is not going to be a case of digging all night while trying to avoid unearthed zombies.
Now we got a shovel, we
There's
can
also
take
a
care of him.
small piece of writing near the bottom. A date of fate can be found with a first, a second, and a double of nothing.
So 1200. Now what do I do? How do I get outside? You know how to get outside?
How do you feel about what the
I am not sure.
great
Yes, if he had left me as I was, the murderers hunt my family still. We will not be complete.
true enough? And if you can avoid daylight,
She can't read.
Sorry.
You have nothing else.
I wish only one thing as payment for helping.
of course.
Would you be so kind as to take this bracelet and place it on my mother's grave? I believe she wanted me to have it while I was alive. Now, it seems no longer appropriate to keep it. Thank you. I must retire now. It will not be long before sunrise. Good night, Graham.
Oh dear.
Good night, Anastasia.
That's not a good thing. Least we forget. Now what? Can't go out, can I? Apparently I can. Alright. Graveyard. Well, I don't know where the castle graveyard is. Where the hell's the castle graveyard?
According to this, there is something written near. According to this, the tiara has been buried near one of the graves.
What
There's some.
graves? Wait.
The ghosts waver, as if being threatened by even the slightest breeze, yet something holds them in place. It may be nothing more than an intensely strong determination or sense of purpose that
Determination.
keeps the spirits anchored to this world. As you step further into the cemetery,
Well, shit.
the ethereal spirit. You tup with the spirits and find only
Should I put this on?
the glittering bracelet.
No. How do I defend myself? I mean, we know I need to get in there. Wait, could this be?
As you hold up the bracelet, the ghosts seem to relax slightly. You wonder if it is now safe to approach them and enter the cemetery.
Let's find out.
Lord Herbert and Lady Lillian, 1646 to 1668, loving parents of Anastasia, beloved son and daughter-in-law of Count Caldor and Countess Lavidia, our enemies be warned, their untimely death. You place the bracelet on the ghosts do not respond.
Hi.
It nods, almost sadly. The ghost seems to want to say something, but appears unable. Its face, though transparent and hazy, is lined with grief and torment. Its facial features waver into focus. The ghost is female.
No shit.
We understand that our daughter will never be joining us now. No longer do we need wait for her. Now we journey to the realm of the dead, where its lord waits to judge us. Farewell.
You bow your head and cross your heart out of respect. While looking downward, you know this cemetery. You lift the gold ring from the...
Alright, so what do we have here?
It is a gold wedding band. A perfect
A wedding band, you say?
Mary Ann Drinkwater, Douglas Buckman, Susanna Somnia, Tombs, Kitty, 1500 to 1510.
Aww.
Sudden did the illness come upon sweet Kitty, no longer young. There is nothing more that can be done. Her lives are up. She's had her fun.
That only sounds like one life to me.
Arnold D. Conan, 1045 to 1135. He won't be back.
No.
This grave is centrally located within the cemetery. A stone. Samuel You Believe, 1255 to 1300. This young man sought to be holy, to save himself from being lowly. He joined the hood and wore their cloth, eventually died from professional sloth. Tombs and Douglas Buckmaster, 995 to 1020. The noise, said he, is far. This cemetery. Susanna Somnia, 1190. This cemetery. Mary Ann Drinkwater. This cemetery. Boris and Olga.
Hey!
There was an old couple named Olga and Stovich, who in truth made quite a nice pair. They lived with each other for many long years, till they wound up in each other's hair. Date of death, 1567.
From Mordavia.
Alfred Chamberlain, 810 to 810. He'd not seen his first sunrise. Count Christopher Ivere, gnarled. Jacob Scarlet. Count Bartholomew Jacob Scarlet, 1354 to 14. Samuel Ub. To this cemetery. To.
Is there more to this place, or am I missing something?
Count Christopher Ivere.
Ah, there we go.
You stop digging when you...
What we got?
Nervously, you... There is a tin box here. It contains personal items that belong to the coffin's occupant in life. You search through the belongings of the deceased. According to the headstone, they belong to a Count Christopher Evere. After some tentative searching, you find a parchment. It appears to be the last will and testament of Larman Odnarb, healer. This isn't right. You run your eyes over the parchment. It's dated 1200, the same as the date on the headstone. However, the instructions pertaining to his burial were for Larman to be placed near his family at the church's cemetery. Oh dear.
And this is the wrong location. We will have to take care of this.
If I may ask, Sir Bo...
No,
How did it come...
a score.
The Count?
It is believed.
Ah.
So, do I have to pay again, or...
You have already paid the boat.
Oh, then let's
You
ride.
climb back into the...
Alright, now how do I get out of here? You know, I liked it better when Karen couldn't talk. Oh, that was easy. He's also in King's Quest 6. As is the Lord of the Dead, in which the two ghosts spoke of. But only if you want him to be. Here we go. Oh.
Your heart beats faster and faster as you push on the handle of the church door. It opens, and you nervously step inside.
Dum, 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 dum.
You see a book sitting on the altar. You look over the book. It is a journal written by Lowolf, head monk of the Church of Kalima. Flipping through it, you see a paragraph.
It is frustrating as always dealing with Count Kaldar and his ilk. He is just like his father, perhaps even worse. He insists that Kalima be pushed forward to enlighten the peasants. Can he not see that this path leads to ruin? How are the people retain their moral goodness if their minds are filled with knowledge of the wider world and all of its sin?
You turn a few more pages.
I am quite convinced that Kaldar is so blinded by his so-called vision for Kalima that he cannot see the folly of his intentions, and yet he is the Lord of Kalima. To publicly refute him would create confusion and anger in the people. I am a man of patience, the greatest gift his grace has granted me. Perhaps time will settle this young lord's idealism and grant him sense in the process.
The journal largely contains many entries of similar types.
A wonderment was discovered in the forest last night. The spirits of the wild, long thought to be a legend, appeared to us and saw fit to grant my brethren and I the most blessed of gifts. Such power we now have. Our forms can be abandoned in favor of any other, and I am to be their leader, their most powerful. They are bound to me inextricably. The spirits have made promises of greater things to come for us. Oh, it fills me with such longing, the endless possibilities, what we will achieve with our ability. I am restless. I must leave for a time. The moon is full, and I feel the urge to join my pack as they run. Perhaps we will hunt. Perhaps we will kill. My mind is now clear, and I know the path before us. It is a path that shall lead us to greatness, and it will begin with the destruction of our nemesis. But now, I no longer have the patience to write. I must run. I must hunt. I must.
The passage ends abruptly. Though there are many pages left to be written on, it is evident that the final passage was written a number of years ago. The pulpit is like the pulpit you'd... There are a number of brown robes, columns of candle. You cannot.
Wait. I feel like I may be missing something. In fact, I'm certain of it.
It is a lot.
I need Wolfsbane. Oh, I remember now. Yes, I looked stuff up. But I'm still going mostly by memory here. So it counts.
You'll need to walk.
Oh, wine, wine, wine. Oh, shit.
You are pleased. The bed, you have. It is the pillow. You lift the pillow and look beneath it. To your surprise, you discover a small bottle of ointment.
Perfect. The wolf was in the original King's Quest 2. Count Kaldar was not in it, which I'm guessing is an anagram of Dracula. I could be wrong. I was never very good with anagrams. Right, now we can do what I came here to do.
Here lies the Odnar. Roust. Here lies the. This. Larman Od. Digging. You have no.
Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. Ha ha.
You stop. With bated breath, you open. As you retrieve the tiara from its final resting place, you let out a loud, relieved sigh. You feel as if the coming sunrise will be the most glorious. Now don't delay.
Werewolf of London.
You freeze. Nothing. You rub the wolfbane ointment all over your skin.
Oh.
Without warning,
Yeah, try
sensing
me.
the wolfbane ointment on your skin. The wolfbane ointment.
Oh, that was close. Alright, let's get the death gem all sorted out, and then we'll end the video. Sound good? Really?
You read something wicked.
Something wicked started war. Something wicked started war. Shame nobody ever saw.
Something is wrong here. There is no boat, no boatman, and
Hi!
no escape. The monk and his pack have tracked you here, and they.
Oh, that didn't work.
Oh, for howling out.
Alright. Something wicked started war. Shame nobody ever saw. Alright. Oh, son of a
You
bitch!
feel the poisonous waters seep.
I did not mean to do that. I was trying to go to the hand icon. I need a read.
You tug forcefully at one of. Very carefully. The silver needle fits perfectly in.
Nope, that's that. What kept you?
I see you have met the Brotherhood of the Pack.
And
Where
dealt with
were
them.
you?
Over there.
Detained. A man who had assumed your appearance boarded my boat. When we reached the other side, I perceived the flaws of his disguise and dispatched him instantly. The Count has been wary of the Brotherhood of the Pack for many years
Okay.
now. In obtaining what he asked for and ridding this land of their leader, you have served him doubly well this night.
Cool. Well, shall we go?
The shrouded ghoul. You re-enter the huge wooden doors and quickly make your way to the castle's main dining room.
You have performed admirably. Not only have you found the tiara I sought, you have rid me and this land of the deceptive and secretive Brotherhood of the Pack.
Or at least
They
one of them.
have committed many atrocities against my family, such as the deaths of our son and daughter-in-law. I have been forced to remain secluded all these years, unable to serve my homeland as I should, to evade the relentless pursuit of wiping out my entire family line.
Is the Brotherhood really gone? Some of those wolves escaped.
The rest of the pack followed the wolves that ambushed you. However, without their leader, they will find themselves as lost in mind as they are now in body. Whether human, wolf, or any other form, their hastened passage through my swamp will not see a return to their den. Of that I can assure you.
You have trapped them all in...
An endless flight through the mire awaits them. Should my long-stilled heart ever feel pity again, perhaps one day I shall free them.
As
Doubtful.
you listen to the Count's cold, unforgiving tone, you thank your lucky stars that he no longer...
I release you from my service, dear king. The nearing dawn no longer signifies an uncertain future for you.
Fantastic.
You take the death gem.
Well, I'll just be going now.
I wish you the best, dear king.
A word of advice, King Graham. Once you
Yes?
have found the lady you seek, protect her with all your strength. Never leave her side, and place no importance above that of her well-being. Give your life for hers if it should ever come to that. Love can last an eternity, but your loved one can be lost in an instant.
Well
Heed
said.
those words, my king.
Too
and
bad I'm gonna have to
farewell.
disobey you. If my vision of the, three-headed dragon or whatever comes to pass. But that's a story for another time. We've got the death gem. All that's left is to get to the door. But that'll have to wait. I am the Blues 32. This is King's Quest 2. Romancing the Stones. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.